Welcome back, everyone. Going into hour number 3 here of episode 43. Adam, what's going on?
I mean, that's up to y'all. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know,
Well,
but yeah,
that's my thing. So Ramus is holding the fabric, right? And you said,
yeah. Ramus was the last one looking at it. That was the conversation you were having.
cool. So I'm like kind of glaring at Enoch for doing the height joke. I reach in my bag and I pull out another falafel and I offer it to Ramus. And I say, "Would you like some falafel? They're very delicious. And tell me what's wrong with this marriage ritual object."
Well, that is so nice of you, and I grab it and eat it real fast because I'm hungry. And I'm like, but there's supposed to be 2 rings, not just one. Someone removed one for some reason.
It wasn't me.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying there should be 2.
I mutter, yeah, I bet it wasn't you.
Why would she only steal one if there was 2? But it doesn't make any sense.
Well, she didn't want to look like the culprit. That's what I would do if I was going to steal it. I don't steal stuff, though. It's for...
Well, I only found it with one ring. What could that mean? Does marriage... Can you marry one person? I don't understand how that works.
What the fuck's this marriage thing about?
It's not my denomination. I don't really get into the marriage stuff. It's the church of what's the part of the Canada's marriage?
The lovers.
Yeah, that's the Church of the Lovers. They're a very sexual bunch. That's what they do. It's not something I dabbled in very much. As to why, I don't really know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe his lover was taken away from him, or doesn't want them anymore. I don't know. There's many reasons. Well, could have just fell off. I don't know.
Does it say anything on the note? Like, what's the significance of it, or does it just say, "I promise to wed you"?
It says,
basically,
"Thy man named Enoch is thine asshole to thine halfling friend."
No, it does. Give me that fucking thing. It doesn't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread.
Well, I don't know if what are the town guard? Were they going to look into this more? Did you hear anything, or did they say anything when you were talking to him, Ziva?
No, they left. They didn't know that this was even here.
Well, we could find out where the food comes from, I guess, and track that down.
I'm curious about these drawings, though. Do you remember we saw birds all over the manor? Yet he's here drawing sketches of them. Why? It seems weird for an innkeeper.
Maybe he just likes birds.
I mean, that's...
Maybe he just likes birds. I mean, that's possible, but...
See, this is why you don't give... Ziva, this is why you don't give things to Ramus. He's just ungrateful. But if I were to receive some, we'd be best friends. I cross my arms. My stomach growls as the deafness kind of like falls on the room.
Like gives you away, yeah.
When Berg hears maybe he just likes birds, his like face kind of, if anyone's paying attention, he just like flashes back to a Kinku friend.
Just hopping around. Yeah.
Then he's sad.
Well, if he's an innkeeper, there's got to be some kind of record of where he got this food from.
Sure. Yeah. That's in the ledger.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I've already located it, and we'll find it right now. I open up the ledger and start looking for food orders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. You find it. The last time that he bought food, you can see the merchant he bought it from. He just buys food from the same person all the time.
Well, it says that... yeah, it's from the same person. I'm flipping through. Does it have a location of where they're at, or is it just a name?
Just a name.
What's the name?
I don't know if you can read this guy's like writing very well.
Chicken
scratch. Make a perception check.
3.
3. Okay.
I'm nailing it today after that crit.
It might be like there's a P in there. There's some like loopy letter thing. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Well, this man's handwriting is not very legible. He should take better notes. I guess we could go and show it to someone around here. I mean, unless you guys can make it out, and I kind of turn the pages around or turn the book around and show it to them. It's this name right here.
18.
Oh yeah, no problem. It says Rakeen.
It says Rakeen. How do you not? Do you wear glasses?
No, that's chicken. It looks like a.
It looks like it says pumpkin, maybe, or
yeah,
like
it's pumpkin.
Pakora.
Paprika, I think, is what I first thought it was, but I don't know.
You know they have magic for that now, for your eyes if you need it. It's a quick, simple process. You're in and out within an hour.
I don't mess with the magics. Anyways, we should find this person. We're wasting time here, and I'll try to find some falafel on the way because we seem to have run out. That's quite interesting. Just staring at Ziva. If you need to collect anything from up in the rooms, just go do it now because I think we're gonna set off.
Yes, let's go.
You can leave your bags here, by the way, Ziva. I'll watch them if you're going upstairs.
No, I have everything with me.
Okay. And then we kind of just stare off and look at different parts of the room because it's real awkward. As the rest of the group goes and collects their goods.
So I guess you're going to go and try to you're going to go to the market and look for this Raheen, the vendor?
Yep.
Okay, so Raheen is easy to find. We get the diagonal, the transit wipe to the group of you in a crowded marketplace. We get a long pan across a spice vendor. It's a big pile of some bright orange spice, and someone is making a deal, and there's the raucous sounds of the market. We see somebody push a cart full of chicken cages past you, and then we see the group of you, and you're standing outside of a food vendor. And Rakeen he's a dark-skinned, a dark-skinned man, quite tall, thin, wearing like a simple linen blouse. He's got a turban on, and he's just in the middle of arguing with another merchant. It seems like he's arguing. He's talking in a regional dialect that's you can pick out bits and pieces of what he's saying. It sounds like he's really angry, but then all of a sudden they shake hands and they laugh and clap each other on the back, and he sends the guy away. He's got laid out in front of him a bunch of food stuffs. And you can walk up. And he sees you. He sees you approaching, and he says, "You look like travelers. Are you headed out for the road, looking for rations? I have salted meat. I have cheese, hardtack. I have bread. What are you looking for, travelers?"
Oh yes, we've heard of your goods from our dear friend, the innkeeper over off of the street. Whatever the street name is. I don't know.
And he looks down and he says, well, if you've stayed in his inn, please, I hope it will not reflect poorly upon me. And he laughs like that's a joke, right? Haha, my friend's inn sucks. And he says, I promise you, I will give you the good stuff, not the trash that I give to him.
Well, actually, the reason we've come here is we're kind of looking for and I look around to make sure no one's listening or what. We're kind of looking.
It's near impossible to tell if you're being eavesdropped on. There's so many people around.
The thing is to look scummy, like I'm asking for the quote good stuff.
Okay. What are you trying to imply?
I'm trying to imply that we're looking
for the.
We're looking for the same food that he sent today because we're into eating nasty fucking things.
Blood bread. Mm.
So I'm trying to look like I'm a friend rather than inquiring of why the fuck he did this.
Right. Okay, but you're trying to do so without actively saying that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say I heard you can supply some good stuff. Some better food.
Well, yes, all of my wares are of highest caliber. If you're looking for something more exotic, crocodile, ostrich very I can have it brought to you, but it will take a day or two.
Perhaps I should be more verbose.
It trails off.
We're looking for the things that, and I lean in, we want the stuff inside the eggs. And I lean back and cross my arms.
The fucking face he makes
Yes, one does traditionally eat what is inside the egg. Though I would not judge you.
I believe you think I'm more of a... We're looking for the good stuff inside the eggs. I lean back and cross my arms once again.
He nods and he says, "Yes, of course." I have the fine, and he picks up quite a large egg and like holds it in. He says, "I have the finest if you were looking for chicken. I also have here some," and he pulls out a little package he unwraps, and there's tiny little blue eggs. He says, "These were harvested this morning from just outside the city. Robin's eggs, a delicacy. I have quail as well."
Is there any eggs that resemble the same type of egg that was delivered to us? Not with what's inside of it, but on the outside, the shell?
Yeah, they're just like chicken eggs. Yeah.
Okay, I just grab a chicken egg and crack it on something.
Sure, and you crack it onto the ground, a little yolk drips out and drops on there. He's like, I've been taken aback. He's like, "Sir, I think you're playing a yolk on me." And he looks at your friends like, "Haha, right?" So let me just flip this for you. Okay. So he doesn't have a guard. He's not armed. You don't see any weapons around. The four of you are heavily armed and armored, and now he's beginning to wonder if you're here to hurt him or his business. He's trying to play it up as he's threatened, but he's trying to be funny, so you won't do whatever horrible
nervous laughter.
Yeah. Right? You just ruined one of my eggs, but I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, huh? Right? We're friends. You're not making a... So while this is happening, Berg, can I get you to make a perception check for me?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a bad roll, because that's what I do today.
Welcome back to Chris.
That's a...
I rolled a 2, a 0.
All right, Berg.
Another 2.
1.
All right. So, Berg, you hear a faint, metallic tinkling sound that draws your attention. You look away from the group for a moment. It sounds maybe like the clinking of coins or something. And you look away for a second, and you see a faint... in the cinematic version of this shot, everything is a sort of sepia tone except this bright red, the end of a silk scarf, kind of drifting through the crowd. And you turn and you look, and I need you to make a wisdom save for me. Please.
Oh, that's one of my strong suits. My solid 6.
Yeah, believe in you. You can do it. Oh, got a 0.
Wow.
Cool.
It's good to be back.
Christ, dude.
Berg, you were drawn after the thing. You're compelled to follow.
All right, I go follow the thing.
Okay. Yeah, you see the faint end of a scarf kind of disappear into the crowd, and then Berg, you just wander off. Ramus or Jiva, can you both make perception checks?
They're not going to see me. I'm going to be gone.
Oh, that's...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Two of you notice. Berg just turns and starts to walk off into the crowd.
Berg?
Am I in trance? Am I not really hearing him? I'm assuming.
No, I mean, you're still kind of vaguely aware. Whatever they have to say is not as important as following the scarf.
Ziva, help me grab his stupid ass.
Yeah, I think Berg just says the scarf.
So I just run through the crowd and push past people to get in front of him.
Huh?
And I pull on his sleeve. It's like, "Berg, what are you doing?"
What? Those red. You're in my
you're gonna
way.
lose it. She's stopping you from following.
You're in my way.
And then kind of moves her over.
Push her aside. Okay.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
And Ramus is still near me.
Yep.
Yeah, I run up and grab his shoulder as well to try to tell him to... Berg, where are you going?
Follow. Look, red scarf.
I look in the direction.
Yeah, you don't see it. You don't see anything. You just see the crowd.
There's nothing there, you freaking moron. We need to get back over there.
Did he eat any of the meat this morning? Did you eat
any of that meat?
So while the two of you are scuffling over Berg, meanwhile back at the stall, Rakeen is kind of rubbing his hands together nervously, I don't. He doesn't get the joke, and you've just cracked an egg on the ground, and he's like, eh.
Yeah, I was trying to be subtle about this, but sir, some of your food had certain, how should I say, oddities in it today at the inn, and I don't know if you know this, but the innkeeper has gone missing.
He looks offended, and he says, I can assure you anything that I sold from my stall is of finest quality, to the innkeeper or to whomever.
Did you?
I check each piece of merchandise myself. If you have eaten something bad, I assure you the fault is not with me.
Well, I cooked it myself. It was quite a meal before we bit into it. Did you talk with the innkeeper today, perhaps, or did you just drop it off at the inn? What is the process? We're trying to find him.
I speak with many innkeepers, restaurateurs. I don't know which one in particular you mean, sir.
Well, and then I described to him how he looks. It's the blah, blah, blah,
right.
blah, blah.
It's easier for you to describe where it is, right? It's the inn across the street from
Sure.
the House of the Falcon. And when you say the House of the Falcon, he makes a gesture. He like folds his two fingers under and like touches his collarbone. And he says, that neighborhood is cursed, friend. If you've left that inn, it's all the better for you. Please, I don't have whatever answers you're looking for. I cannot help you. And if the innkeeper you speak of has gone missing, then you've made it out just in time. You've escaped a grim fate yourself. I've heard nothing but bad news from that neighborhood.
What are these curses you're saying? By the way, here's some money for your time, and I apologize for the broken egg. I was expecting a fetus to be inside, like the one we had this morning.
Right. So you give him some money.
Yeah, I'll give him like a gold. I don't expect eggs to cost that much.
Yeah, I mean a single egg would be like a copper. Or
I'll give him a gold.
Yeah. Okay. So he takes it and looks at you, kind of confused, and he says, "I thank you, noble sir, but the chattering of other merchants, of porters, children, the neighborhood, they say that the House of the Falcon has had the shadow of the tower cast upon it, or worse perhaps even still, that the Mara have drawn their attention on the owner of that house, who has not, I must say, been seen for many weeks now. They say he stalks the halls at night. He's cursed. I do not go this way myself, especially now. On hearing these things, I'm a superstitious man, and as if to prove the point, he pulls a leather thong out from his shirt. He's got all these little like talismans and like bits of coin and bones and stuff on them, and he kind of like shakes it a little, and he says, "I waste my money. My wives, they say I throw away my gold on these things, but I've never been haunted or cursed, never had a witch or a ghost cross my path, and I think that it's worth the price of." And he realizes you're like kind of not, maybe not taking him seriously, like he's had this conversation with people before, and he says, "But you look like a man well equipped to deal with these sorts of things. I just wish that I could be of more help to you. I'm sorry." And he looks and he's like, your friends seem to be, if you don't catch them quickly, sir, you'll lose them. The marketplace can be very, very busy this time of day. And you turn and look and you see the three of them like disappearing into the crowd.
Thank you for your time, sir. I have to depart. My friends are in a hurry. And I turn and bustle through the crowd to get to them.
Yeah. Push after them. All right. So back at the group of you, you're kind of like holding up traffic. People are moving around you, grumbling. And Berg just has this kind of 1,000-yard stare, like he's looking off in the distance at something.
Did I lose it? Like
no, but you will soon. Like if you let them hold you back. Like I assume you're having this conversation while you're trying to get away from them.
Yeah. No, I'm still kind of like going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you gonna physically like hold him back?
Berg, what do you see? Tell me exactly what it is.
I mean, what I see is just like a red scarf, right?
Yeah, when we see through your eyes, we see the crowd kind of like dull and moving like slower than everyone else's. It's like filmed at a different frame rate, and we see the trailing end of this scarf, and it's moving as though it's underwater. Like, you know how they filmed the like Oracle in 300? It's like that. Like it's just kind of like drifting and like floating, and you just see the end of it sort of flirtatiously like drifting away from you in the crowd.
Yeah, I guess Berg can't really. He's not one with words, so he's just like,
It's red and flowing. I need to get it.
I think we should let him follow it. We'll stay right beside him, though. It's got to be something magic. Someone's leading him somewhere. We have to find out why.
Agreed.
We just follow along with Berg as he chases this thing.
Okay. Enoch, you catch up with them as they start to move again.
Yeah. What do you guys do? Why is Berg chasing us off? I was learning more information. What are you doing?
He sees something, and we are following him to see what it is.
I think someone cast a spell on him. It could be the wizard bringing us back somewhere.
I
Remember her.
I do remember her. It better not be. If you wish to follow, then I guess we should. But the merchant knew something.
Well, at least give it a few more minutes. If we keep going too far, we'll stop Berg.
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow after.
Okay. All right. So you continue through the crowd, and I think that Berg following the scarf, you push your way through a crowd. It gets kind of dense, so you have to like move them out of the way, and there's a lot of cursing, and you have to like, get everybody out of the way. And you come to the edge of the market, and you can see a dark, like a wooden carriage, with two what look like horses at first. But we'll get back to that. They're horse shaped. When you get out there, you see someone getting into the carriage. You only see basically like her calf and her foot. She's not wearing shoes. And then the edge of like a red silk like dress or sari or something disappear into the carriage, and it closes. And when the door shuts, it's like the spell is broken. Like you suddenly can see like the color and everything, and the horse-shaped objects with a whir kind of come to life. There's like a clicking and kind of a groaning sound, and you can tell that they're fake. They're like marionettes. They look like puppets of a horse. They move with a sort of herky jerky motion, and they like rear their heads up and then pull the carriage away down the street. But you feel no inclination to follow. Like as soon as that door clicks shut, yeah.
Was it? Wait, you said it was an actual carriage or wasn't a carriage?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just like a box with wheels on it, of like dark wood and iron.
Yeah, I guess Berg just snaps out and is just like,
Wait, it was there. I don't.
Could we see the carriage and horses, or just him?
No, I think just Berg. It's not like you were all looking at the same place. Like you emerge right behind Berg, and it's not there.
Berg, what did you see? Use your words. Tell us. You seem
so
confused.
it was like a ribbon trailing on a like a woman. Is that what it was?
Yeah, like it was the end of her scarf or something.
Oh.
Yeah, and all you saw was like her leg, as she was getting up into the carriage, and the end of her dress. She had like light brown skin, and was wearing a deep like red something or other. And then the thing you were following seemed to be the end of a scarf.
There was a woman, and she went to a carriage, and something red and flowing. And now she's gone. I don't. Where are we?
Did you recognize this woman?
No, I didn't see her face.
But could this be the tower speaking to you, or is this something else? I don't know how that works.
Maybe.
Well, you saw a woman with a flowing red scarf go into a carriage. That means nothing to us. Ramus, does that mean anything to you?
Describe the carriage or the horses. Were there any symbols? See any emblems, shields?
I'm assuming I didn't see that. It was just like a carriage.
Yeah.
Too far to see. Everything was slow. And the ribbon, I was drawn to it. I don't know what to make of it.
Ramus, could this be something from Anana, that wizard we left him with the other day?
It's too vague. I don't know. Like, Berg should know he should have an idea of what it meant if it was from the tower or.
Yeah. Do I get a sense that this Berg is does it get a sense of like, I know kind of the stuff, signs and things like that from the tower kind of come.
Usually the
different ways,
tower speaks to you in dreams.
Yeah, so it's not really like, it's kind of out of character for.
Yeah.
Well, let's just put it this way: there is a lot of messed up stuff inside this person, and it could be a lot of things right now. Could be the crystal thing. It could be the wizard. It could be the cursed man. It could be the. There's so many things.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to know any about. You said it's too much, Ramus. I don't want to know what's going on inside that brain. But I guess if we have no leads there,
We'll just try to remember woman, scarf, luring Berg into a carriage. I don't know.
Okay. What? And it was right there. I point general direction at him. Is there any significance on what direction it was in the city, or no?
I mean, not that you know of.
Okay. I don't understand. I don't get it. But look, the merchant said that anything that goes on in that neighborhood has to do with the mansion. So I think we need to go pay our creepy old lady a visit.
Could be her summoning us back.
Who?
Maybe she wants to reward us for getting rid of her wolf problem.
The carriage? You think that was her? I'm talking about the innkeeper.
I don't know. Some sort of magic was involved because Berg was not being himself. He was just being drawn there. I don't know.
Well, we can go pay the innkeeper a visit if you want. It's just...
I mean, we could go back to the mansion and try to talk to that woman we came across before.
I misspoke. Not the innkeeper. We go to the mansion. My one fear is that if you know who is planning on robbing that, she's going to know her face. I kind of like.
Have you ever been inside there, little lady? The mansion, to scope it out. Have you ever been inside?
Are you talking to me?
They must be talking to you because there's nobody else around.
Yeah, but he said little lady.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry.
If you took offense to that, it's just a way to denote who she is.
You're just literally a little lady.
Yeah.
You are little. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
he
big.
didn't say little child. He said lady. Okay.
All right, fat man. What did you want to know?
Well, I mean, you are kind of fat, Ramus. Don't take offense to that either. It's endearing.
Well.
I mean, you could have skipped falafel this
Why?
morning. That's all I'm saying.
No. I'll just go eat food because I'm fat, and you guys can solve this mystery.
Falafel, perhaps.
Yeah, it's probably not even that good.
It was good.
I don't believe it. Are we going to this mansion? Is that the next step? We only got
Yeah,
so
don't
much...
let my fat ass slow you down, though. Let's go.
Well, we'll have to carry you if so. Now, fucking let's move. You could use the walk. Let's start getting walking.
Ramus is in fine shape. All right. Okay, so you want to head back to the mansion?
Yep.
Okay, so the travel between the marketplace and the mansion, so mansion to marketplace back, means that you arrive like late afternoon. It's still daytime, still hot, but the sun is starting to make its descent behind the horizon, and you're standing outside the walls of the House of the Falcon. The gate still open from being broken by Berg. And yeah, there's a stillness in the air. There's no one gathered here, no hawkers or criers, no visitors to the inn. There's travelers moving along the street, but kind of looking down and looking away and kind of passing quickly by the gates of the house.
Okay, I think the four of us are standing there. Ramus, I was joking. You're not fat, okay? I was just going along with it. Now, let's get this
Armor
over
just
with.
adds a few pounds, all
Yes,
right?
of course.
A
It's
few
very-
hundred pounds.
It's very heavy.
That is what they say. Plate mail adds 100 pounds.
Yeah. It's very heavy. Now, last time when we went in here, I believe we snuck in. Did we go up and try the gate? Is the gate open? Does it swing open? Or
I
no?
mean, the gate is non-functional. Bird
Yeah.
saw to that.
Oh, you
Yeah.
smashed it or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can we go in through that gate? I forget how it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a twisted wreck, but you can just like step over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ziva, have you spoken or seen this woman before? Because it's.
I have not. My goal was to not talk to anyone in the house and to be in and out without being noticed.
Well, if you want to go do what you need to do while we're talking, that's okay with us. You don't necessarily have to come with us if you understand what I'm saying. You could
Great. I like take off before he even finishes talking.
I'm still. Oh, that
Gonna
was easier said than done. All right, well, let's go pay our old friend a visit. Start walking towards the mansion.
All right. So you walk up to the mansion, and it takes some time because it's a big estate. And the whole place still has that smell of sort of forest fire. Off to one side, you can see the ruined gardens, the pond kind of off to one side where the mausoleum is. And as you continue up the way towards the house, that sense of growth in the air, that kind of fecund like greenness, seems to be gone. The grass here has all started to turn green or turn brown instead of green, so you can see patches of it dying. The insects that were in the air before seem to have fled. There's definitely a different feel in the air than there was the last time that you visited here. After some walking, you arrive at the front door. Now, Jiva, where do you go?
I was looking for another way to get to the vault without going through the front door. Maybe they have like a cellar, like a food cellar.
Okay. Yeah, try to find another way in.
Yeah, I'm kind of like skirting the edge of the property or like the actual building, looking for another way in.
Are you making an attempt to be stealthy?
Yes.
Okay, please make the roll. All right, sounds
14.
good. Okay, yeah. I'll let you know in just a second because it's going to take you some time to kind of like case the place. So the manor, just to get everybody in the correct headspace, the manor sits atop a hill. There's an arc to the road. So as you're walking towards the manor, you're walking up towards the darkening sky. The manor itself is quite large, comprised of several wings. It's a mostly stone building. There's a tower off kind of to one side. And when I say tower, I don't mean like, 13 stories. It's like, 3 or 4. There's a tower off to one side. The building itself is quite old. The other side of the building, the kind of back, there's no yard because it sits at the edge of the city wall. So the city wall dividing this district from the one below it, this building is a part of it. It used to be an old fortress. We talked about this. So on the other side, that's where that big stone balcony is that looks out over the lower parts of the city. So you really only have one side and like kind of part of the side of the building to examine. Though there may be another way. There's lots of windows, stone walls with windows all around, but the windows are all boarded up. They've been meticulously shut and boarded from the inside, so you can't see through them. So you just see panes of glass with wood paneling underneath. The front door, as you approach it, 3 of you, is slightly ajar, open slightly. It's shadowy inside because it's all dark. And sitting out in front of the house with his back to it appears to be the innkeeper. He's got his back to the door, sitting down. He's got his knees up against his chest. He's not wearing any shoes. His feet are actually like kind of like tore up. He's not bleeding, but his feet are like rough, and his hands are covered in blue. Dark blue, like indigo ink. He has his head down like he's asleep. His hands are like in front of him in his lap.
Friend, you there? You alive?
Can't see his face. He doesn't move.
Is there something I could pick up and throw at the chair around me like a rock?
He's
or
not in a
something?
chair. He's sitting on the ground.
Oh, I still
Yeah,
want
he's got his back to the wall next to the door.
Is there like a book or something on the ground I could pick up and throw at him? Some
Like
sort
a
of
pebble?
Yeah, like a pebble or something to get his attention.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll pick one up, lob it at him. Hey,
Wing it at him.
You there?
I mean, you're a real accurate shot, so you just like wing it off his forehead, and it just boink, and like bounces and hits the ground. He doesn't seem to move.
Ramus,
Are
I
his
think
eyes
he's-
open or is he sleeping?
You can't see his face.
Yeah,
his
his
head's down.
face.
Oh, that's
turned-
never good. He's not gonna have a face.
Ramus, you think he's dead? I think he's dead.
I want to try to look from here to see if he's like moving or breathing at all, just making any movements.
Make an investigation check.
Throw a bigger rock. And we just keep doing this
Crush
until
his head.
he wakes up or we kill him or, find out that he's dead.
Okay, hard to tell from here.
Something's not right. Be very, very careful.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Hey, Berg, go and tap him on the shoulder. We got your back.
Have your weapon ready, Berg. I have a bad feeling.
Berg just kind of goes forward, like, comes up and then on the shoulder. Like,
Okay. Yeah, you give him a little push. He tips over sideways and just like collapses and is like he falls down on the ground. His head kind of rolls back and you can see his face. He's really, really pale. And he's like kind of emaciated. He looks like someone who hasn't eaten in like weeks.
is he breathing?
No, he's dead.
Oh,
He looks like he's starved to death.
well, that makes it easy. Berg just looks back and is like,
Yeah, he's dead.
I walk up to the body and like look at his neck to see if there's any marks on the neck or
No.
on his body to see if I see anything that looks like someone killed him or sliced him or.
He looks uninjured.
You said the door was like halfway open when we got here, right?
The door's slightly ajar.
And just yesterday, he looked like a normal
He was
person.
fine.
Right?
Yeah, like his hair is all like white and like kind of like going yellow. Several of his teeth like seem to have fallen out at some point. Like he's missing some teeth. His eyes are sunken in their sockets. You can see his arm bones. Like he has no muscle at all.
Ugh.
His stomach is like bloated slightly under his shirt.
Looks like someone just drained the life literally out of him.
Can you do that? Is that possible by magic?
Well, it's a form of magic that's not really that's frowned upon. Necromancy.
Well, someone did some
Sometimes
frown into this
people-
guy for sure.
There are creatures that are known to drain the life force of people. Mostly those associated with them. You know who I'm talking about.
The mom.
and then Berg stops himself.
Yeah, you see a hand from out on the corner, just like over your head. Well, we need to investigate this a little bit further. Maybe. How far are we from the where we saw the old woman? She was at the other end of the hall, right?
She was inside. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should go ask if she knows anything. I mean, this is her house after all. She might have just needed a little snack.
Yeah, let's. Sure.
She was so helpful last time.
Well, I don't know what
We
else
didn't
to do.
stay
Bert.
long.
If anything,
I don't know what to do either.
we got to find
Let's
the
go.
culprit because if someone catches us inside, they're gonna think that we did this.
When you go in there, just be very cool. She seemed like she just only cared about not disturbing her master. So if we just keep it cool and we chat with her about, did you murder this man? But we don't freak out about it.
I'm not gonna ask her if she murdered this man. That
You say it more casually than that.
I'm gonna say if she's seen the
We're
ghost.
not asking her that.
Yeah, you just be like, I heard there's creatures that suck the life force out of things. You know anything about that?
Man,
You know,
I'm so happy that you two don't conversate very often to the people we have to talk to. When I start walking down the hallway towards the room where she was at last time.
Sounded like a good question.
Okay. So you just go inside.
Yeah, I'm walking towards there unless I see something that's gonna alert me to stop.
Okay, yeah. So you head inside. So meanwhile, Jiva, you are elsewhere. You've made your way around the house, with the windows all barred up the way that they are, like shuttered and nailed shut. That's your usual way in, right? You find a window that's open or unlocked, and you slip in that way. The building doesn't appear to have like a cellar you can access from outside. Can you make an investigation check for me?
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So this place has been, I don't know, you tell me, but it looks like it's built more like a bank than a house, right? Like it definitely has some kind of subterranean structure made of stone, covered thinly with earth, that extends out beyond the size of the house itself. And you can feel it just walking around. And there's definitely they'd only build it with one way in, and that would be inside, somewhere secure. Which makes sense because the rumored vault and everything. So, yeah. So getting into the mansion would give you access to the whatever this substructure is, and then that's where the vault almost certainly lies.
So since there's no other entrance that I can find, there's no other back door or anything? There's just only the front door?
No, you could. I guess you come around the side of the building, right? So. Let me just to give you an idea, because you weren't here before. I'm going to do a really awful drawing in Roll20 So the city wall kind of goes out like that, and the manor the manor house has its own set of walls that kind of goes like that, right? And the street of the city runs this way. The inn would be like here, if you see that.
Okay.
And then the actual mansion itself sits kind of abuts the back of the lot, right?
Okay.
So the road leads up to it. So on the other side, there's a balcony that kind of extends out, but it's over top of a big drop, like a 40-foot drop.
Okay.
So I guess if what you wanted was to access that balcony, you could climb on the wall and climb up onto the balcony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna fall to my death. I will attempt to climb the wall to go to the balcony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, that one.
And this will be my last appearance on Court of Swords. Thank you for having me.
It was a good death.
Plunge to your doom. You kill you land on a bunch of peasants. They die too.
You just go to the front door.
Yeah.
But I don't know that. So let's see. Athletics?
Yeah. Climbing is athletics.
You're proficient at this, though, right?
No, I have a
You're
negative.
not. You're not good at climbing.
It's very
I have
dexterous.
acrobatics is 3.
Oh.
But athletics is strength.
Strength, yeah, because you're climbing.
Dexterity.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck anyways.
Don't roll like me.
13.
13. Okay, all right. So it'll take you some time, but you think you can probably make your way over there. The wall is ancient and pitted. They don't make them to be slick marble. But yeah, after you secure your bag, make sure all your straps are tight. You throw a leg over the wall and start to climb your way across. So you're on your way over there. So meanwhile, inside, where are you gonna just wander the halls looking for the woman?
Well, we're first probably gonna make our way to that big open hallway that led to the balcony that we first saw her at.
The big main hall with the 2 wooden stairs that led up to the entrance of the balcony, covered in these giant paintings that are covered with fabric or turned over. It looks like a house that's been abandoned or left for a time, right? To all those dust covers over everything, and and so you get in and it's quiet. It's the same. Nothing seems to have changed from before.
Miss? Hello?
Old, lady.
Yeah, your call echoes off the walls. She doesn't seem to be here.
Well.
Let's open the balcony window again. That seemed to draw her last time.
That is true. Weren't there a bunch of birds or something like that?
Yeah, they're
Did we see birds?
creepy.
We
The
did
last time you're on the
outside, yeah.
balcony, but yeah.
Yeah.
This time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go check outside. I open the door.
Okay. All right. So you walk up to the door and you pull it open and you see the balcony. And at the edge, you see a shape lifting itself up over like a dark shape because the sun is in your eyes. So you just see the silhouette of a dark shape lifting itself up over the edge of the balcony.
Hello?
Jiva?
So I mean, I'm assuming I recognize his voice. I'm like,
Yeah.
how did you guys get in here?
What the fuck are you doing?
It's just her.
There's a front door, young lady.
I'm trying to be stealthy and like whispering because I was like trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job. I interrupt myself and look for the birds immediately, realizing that we're outside now.
You don't need to climb everything.
Yeah. All you can see is the brilliant heat of the sun descending descending on its way towards the horizon. You can see the city laid out before you, but the birds are not present. There's no cloud of birds here now.
Is there bird shit everywhere?
Yes, definitely.
Why is that? That's not even a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, there for sure definitely is.
Ziva, be careful when you're walking over here. I don't want you to slip. If you are indeed coming over here, I don't know if you're going to keep climbing, though. I don't know what your people are into. But we use front doors around here.
Well, I'm already almost there. Continue climbing to them.
Yeah, so you can just pull yourself up over the edge of the balcony. I mean, I'll say this for the House of the Falcon, the view is amazing. Like you can see for basically miles in all directions except behind you. The city is beautiful, laid out before you, and then the desert beyond. Yeah, you look back and there's this fortress house kind of looming behind Enoch.
If I turn around and look up, is the house continue to go up? Is there more to climb?
I mean, yeah, I guess if you wanted to climb the outside of the house, you could. The house does have stairs.
You say
inside.
this is like a rare thing after we just.
I'm just saying, you could
If
do it.
you want to climb it, who does
Jiva's
that?
original intent was to gain ingress to the house by a way other than the front door, which she did.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to do the same for the upper levels.
I turn. Ziva, you want to keep climbing? You want to join us? Whatever works for you. We're gonna probably go upstairs and try to find this woman. She's not here. We did find the innkeeper, by the way.
I'm
He's
just
dead.
I'm gonna suggest something real quick. If you're looking for someone who is in a wheelchair in an ancient manner, looking upstairs is probably not the place to
Look,
start.
maybe they've got a wheelchair accessible room. You know.
No, okay. In Denmark, they have this big tower and it's round, and the whole thing is a giant ramp
Boom.
because he wanted to ride his horse up it.
Ha.
I guess.
Yeah.
So
Ha!
Yeah.
they could
And
have-
that's in the real world, Adam. We're in a fantasy world.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if I made a mansion and I had someone in a wheelchair, I'd be wheelchair accessible.
I mean, you're assuming that he hired her in the wheelchair.
Wasn't she also kind of like ghostly? Like we didn't really like see. She
Here,
kind of like floaty,
sort of
wasn't she?
appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a ghost wheelchair.
Sure. Yes, that's true. It could be a flying wheelchair. You're right.
I mean, could be.
Well,
Touche.
okay, so I am trying to find my primary objective. I don't care about the lady. I just want to find the treasure. So I'm gonna go because I'm assuming from here my sense of direction is good enough that I can kind of tell where that piece of grass was. Kind of that was indicating to me that there was something there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's on the eastern side of the manor, somewhere down there.
And underground, yeah. So I'm gonna go that direction.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. All right. So the four of you re-enter the manor, and it looks like Jiva is headed somewhere. Are you gonna follow her?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm asking Ziva, where are you going? We're gonna go find the lady upstairs.
Great. Have fun with that. I'm gonna go find the vault.
I mean, she could be downstairs.
She
too,
could be
for all we know.
downstairs. I mean, it might be down. Maybe she's in the vault.
She could live in there. Could be her bedroom.
Maybe so. Ziva will join you. You lead on.
All right. So you head you head east, and I think that we like travel cut. The characters you spend some time looking into the rooms, and the whole manor is pretty much the same way. Any room that would have been used in the past has been sort of shut. All of the paintings have been covered by heavy cloth. The furniture also covered. The place looks like it's in mothballs. Essentially, it's been packed up and set aside. But following where you assume the sort of vault to be, you come to the end of a long hallway. The hallway has a threadbare rug that might at some point have been fine. There are tapestries hanging on the wall that are now covered in dust. And at the very end of the hall, there's a set of double doors whose archway is stone and carved to look like two knights. Two knights of the Court of Wands, and they are crossed swords over top of this door. And I mean, you've seen a big heavy vault door once or twice in your life. This is the kind of door that, yeah, you would place to protect something, and it seems to be in the right place. So
Great. So I like turn around to the other three, and I'm like, well, this has to be it.
And you can
And-
open that?
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, this is it. And I don't know if I need like tools to open it or whatever, because my perk or whatever that I took at the beginning was that I knew how to open this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, so here's what you know, right? You know that there is a magical barrier that protects the vault, and to disarm that barrier, you know a word of arcane power that will do so.
Okay. Can I do like check for traps at all? Like I know there's the magical barrier.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Yeah. You can investigate it for sure.
Cool. Investigation. Oof.
Okay. So you take a look at it. You pace back and forth from the door. Door seems to be unlocked. You don't see any obvious lock. There's no like keyhole on the door. The door itself is made out of stone with iron bands, but is unadorned. There's no crackling field of energy or anything that would indicate to you there's magic at play here, and it definitely doesn't seem trapped.
Okay. Do I know how to get rid of the magical barrier, or is that not part of what?
I mean, you're supposed to just say the word, and then that would get rid of whatever magical defenses the door has.
Okay. So I'm just like, all right, here goes nothing, and like
Okay.
very like kind of straighten up.
Yeah. And so I think you do that. You like take a little breath. You like straighten up. You get ready to say the word, and let's take a break. You can say the word when we come back.
Think about what the word is. It better be a good word. I'd go with Danish. It's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. See you guys for the final hour here, week 43. Be right back.